from our rounds, there are all indications that change is in the air. And so we just crave your indulgence to secure the peace of the country before, during, and after the elections. We wish to urge the Commission to also play their role as a neutral umpire. We have concerns about the process so far, and I believe we are engaging, and that is the purpose of the engagement, so that we can get mutual conclusions that are acceptable to everybody. But we are not going to sleep over our rights at all getting into these elections. And so we are hopeful that the Commission will listen and listen to us very well and discharge their responsibilities in a manner that will be satisfactory to all participating parties.
Indeed, without this process, the Commission cannot run the election. And as you may be aware, I'm referring to the filing of nominations by presidential candidates who are seeking to contest the 2024 presidential election. Regulation 7 of CI 127 enjoins a presidential candidate to complete and sign 4 copies of the nomination forms. Additionally, the forms are to be signed by no less than 2 persons who are registered voters in the area of authority of each district assembly. The presidential candidate is also required to designate a person to serve as his or her vice presidential candidate. Furthermore, the candidate is required to deliver the forms to the Commission on the date prescribed by the Commission. As in 2020, the Commission has established 2 teams which will review all forms submitted. The technical team has been tasked to scrutinize the forms submitted to ensure that the presidential candidates meet the qualifications as set out in law, namely that the candidate is at least 40 years of age, that he or she has satisfied all tax obligations, and that he or she has nominated the vice presidential candidate, amongst others. The second team, namely the IT team, has been charged with the responsibility of scrutinizing the voter ID cards of all presidential candidates and their supporters, so as to verify whether the candidates and their supporters are indeed registered voters. Both teams have been provided with training, and we have no doubt that they will conduct themselves in a fair but firm process. Yes. We are confident that the 5-day period that has been provided for the filing of nomination, as opposed to the 2 days prior to 2020, will allow enough time for the presidential candidates to correct any errors on their forms.